What is up, guys? It is I, the one that sits her donkey down every Saturday, talks about a book, and does her makeup, even though no one really watches yet. Hopefully soon they will. So, last week, we unfortunately learned that Paloma died, and now we're on the very, very last book of the Soul Seeker series, Horizon. Where did I put it? Horizon. So this is probably my favorite and least favorite book in the series, just because of everything that goes down. It's a lot to take in with this one. A lot of shit with Dace and his relationship with Dare and all that stuff. So, okay. Y'all remember in the first book that Dare and Dace shared these dreams where they're in the enchanted spring and they, do the dirty, and then Cade shows up and he kills. Well, in Dare's dream he kills Dace, in Dace's dream he kills Dare, and that was all because of a prophecy that was written in the Codex. Now, obviously, in Echo, when Cade messed with the prophecy, it was null and void, it was like gone. But, unfortunately, my friends, it turns out there's going to be a new prophecy. But we'll get to that in a second. First, there's a new dream. Yeah, and I think Dare is the only one that has it in the beginning. So she wakes up in Dace's place, because they are together. We're not even going to pretend they don't sleep together, because it's obvious they do. They love each other. They're mature enough, so all the power to them and their relationship. Awesome. So she wakes up screaming after dreaming that she is standing on a cliff wearing a beautiful red and orange dress that represents flames. Like, the dress is gorgeous though. And Dace is standing in front of her. But Dace switches between being himself and being his twin brother. Now, remember, she is freaked out because she hasn't had this prophetic type of dreams in a very long time. I mean, it's been 6 months since the rabbit hole was blown up. No one has seen or heard from the damn rifters. It's been 6 months since Paloma died, and poor Dare has just been hiding her grief under grueling exercises. 6-mile runs each and every bloody morning. How the hell she did that, I don't know, but cool, she's strong. So, she was hiding her grief. It's been 6 months. Everybody's like, no, you should relax and enjoy the peace and quiet while you can. It's a nice little reprieve. The richters aren't here. But she's much too clever to fall for that shit. No. She knows they're probably just laying low, biding their time, and coming up with a new damn nasty mastermind. And as usual, she's right. She's always right. I mean, it's Dare, people. She knows what's going on. So, after the dream, Dace does try to confront. He tries to calm her down. And he's like, no, don't worry. It's just a dream. Everything's going to be fine. Love conquers all. The same old song and dance. But she's struggling to believe it. She's too afraid to even consider a happy future after everything that she has seen. And I'm so sorry, but I don't even blame her a little bit. I would be terrified to get my hopes up as well, because as she says, every seeker before her has failed. Why should she be any different? Common sense. But they part ways. Dare starts her 6-mile freaking run, back to Paloma's house, which is now her house because Paloma died. And at her house, Axel is saying, remember Axel? The mystical glowing dude. Where did I put my eyeliner? Yeah, he's staying at her place, and Lita's probably there all the time because they're like a thing, even though Paloma warned Dare that a romance like that will never ever work because he's not human. He's not supposed to be here. He's supposed to be back in the upper world where he belongs. But, you know, let them have their little happiness. It's like Axel tells her as well, you need to calm down. We're sure everything will be fine. Just take the break while you have the chance to. But she's just like, okay, yeah, cool, whatever. And Lita tries to convince her, listen, you don't have to do this all on your own. We're here for you. We're your friends. But Dare is terrified. She doesn't want to get her friends into any more danger than she already has. I mean, it's probably too late for that, but she's still concerned about them. She wants to protect them, to keep them safe. But I don't think they really understand that all the time, you know. So she tries to do that. She calms down a bit, decides to go for a little ride on Katrina, remember her horse? So that usually calms her down, settles her nerves. And this horse, I want a horse like this. This horse is freaking awesome. This horse automatically knows where Dare just needs to be. And she takes her to her grandmother and father's grave sites, which is so sad, but again, so cute. Dare finally confronts her grief and basically talks to the mountain, telling her that I am strong, I can do this. When she arrives home, there's a present box waiting outside her door. Remember when I said she was right, that the Richters are just busy plotting and planning? Yeah. Inside, she finds a dead raven with his neck completely twisted into the wrong direction at an odd angle, and an invite to the rabbit hole's grand reopening black and white masked ball. So original, you know, it's like so cool. So she heads in. Meanwhile, Dace never made it to work that day because the elders, which consist of Leftfoot, Cheppy, Cree, and a few other old people, decided it's time for him to read the bones of his, they use horse bones because that's his spirit animal, his horse. So it's time for him to read the bones. Okay, cool, now that's fine. Remember when he went into the sweat lodge and he kind of soul jumped into Cade's body? Yeah, he took a bit of Cade's darkness, and now he has a beast living inside of him. Now this beast appears beautiful, glorious, magnificently powerful, and he's hoping, okay, I can use this beast to kill my evil family. But would it have been that easy? Of course not. Turns out the new prophecy is basically Dace's role now is to kill Dare. Yeah, Dace is the bad guy now. Cade, goody. Dace, baddie. But do keep in mind, when Dace left a bit of his light in Cade did start to change a little bit. He actually, his eyes reflect a little bit more, like Dace's did in the beginning, remember? That's how Dare knew them apart. Yeah, so his eyes are doing that now, which is confusing to Dare, because his eyes aren't supposed to reflect. That's Dace's thing, that's That's not Kate's thing, that's Dace's thing. But that happens. So she can see completely now. Problem is, while her real sight's back, she doesn't have her blind sight. So she can't really read energies anymore. She's basically normal, which is what she wanted. And I think if I was completely blind, which I almost was in my one eye, the one I'm doing makeup on right now, my right eye, because my retina pulled completely loose, had to go for an operation on that, I would wish and pray that I could see, because it must be really, really terrible not being able to even see what your boyfriend looks like, or your friends, or even know what you look like, really like. Okay? So she can't read energies anymore, which is a huge problem later when Auden, her boyfriend, wants to sign with this dude named Luther, and so she can't read that this guy is basically the devil and Auden is selling his soul, even accidentally dripping blood on the contract. Like, that has to ring some bells, people. Please, please, that's such a cliche. Oh, that's the problem. She couldn't even really read Cade's intentions when he ran into her and Lita while they were dress shopping for this damn ball. Which, maybe if she could, they would have had time to save Cade, because they would have had more time to, like, work on him, if I can say it like that. Because, yeah, some shit happened that it actually made me very sad. Anyway, let's not focus on the negative. Yeah. Dace tells Dare and their friends, listen guys, I'm basically the bad guy right now. So I'm leaving. I don't want to see you guys again. Dare tries to stop him. He doesn't listen. And his eyes start to glow red. Lovely. Such an attractive color, she says while blending in the red eyeshadow. This is how he convinces his father to let him go back to working at the rabbit hole, but this time he wants a promotion and he wants a raise, and Leandro is just like, my son, finally my son. And he basically tells Cade, listen asshole, get all your stuff out of the office, that's your brother's office now. Obviously this is going to piss off Cade. I mean, he has done everything to make his father proud, and now his dad's just like, I like your brother more. What kind of parent is this? I mean, obviously he's evil, but still, dude. So that happens. Everybody is trying to convince Dare that, listen, honey, we know you really, really love Dace, but he's the bad guy now. That means you're gonna have to... But she refuses to listen because, obviously, guys, it's her freaking boyfriend. They're fated to be together, to kill each other. In this book, we don't really know anymore, but we're hoping it's that it's just meant to be together. But the beast is getting stronger every day. But in order for him to be able to shift completely, he needs to kill a family member. Then his initiation will be complete. Now this is obviously not going to be a problem for Dace, because he really doesn't like his family. I mean, he likes his family on his mom's side, but he hates the Richters. Thank God for that. Otherwise, I don't know how this book would have ended. Really, I don't. So, he's putting on this show, pretending to be this super baddie. Meanwhile, Jenica shows up with awesome dresses from a movie set for the girls to wear to this prom, because, you know, that's Jenica. But she freaks the fuck out, which I would have too, if it was my daughter, when she sees that Dare has the very same blue tourmaline, that killed her grandmother, and she put it on a ring. Wonder why. But it's all part of their master plan. So, all I'll say there is remember the dream. Remember the dream she had. So, here comes the big evening. Her plan is to wear all the presents Kate sent her, because there was more. He sent her a beautiful mask that looks like a raven, and he sent her the dress. Gorgeous, but it's the same dress from her dreams. What's she gonna do now, you know? So she's like, he's not going to expect me to actually show up wearing the things he sent me. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show up wearing the things he sent me. Nice. It seems like it works. She distracts him, and they've got this huge plan together. Not her and Kate, her and all her friends, to like get everything back under control and get them through the vortex so that they can face this damn prophecy head on and basically kill Cade before he gets a chance to kill his brother, because he's very jealous of Dace at the moment, which I can't really blame him. If that was me, I'd be pissed as hell at my dad, you know. So she's flirting with Cade and he's falling for it. Then the plan kicks into action. She knocks him on his ass, which I really enjoyed, just because he was such a dick at some points in these books. But it's difficult for her to stick to the plan just because she notices his eyes are reflecting. It's showing her, not just sucking in the light anymore. But she is committed to saving her friends, saving Enchantment, and saving Dace. So she knocks him on his ass and runs through the vortex. Her friends follow, but the problem is the whole freaking club follows too. And when Sochi looks, she sees it's because all of the tourmaline pendants that these partygoers received in the New Year's swag bag when the club was blown up, yeah, they're glowing. Why are they glowing? Oh no, it's because Cade can control people through the tourmaline. So these poor assholes are seeing all through the worlds descend into chaos. My light just died. You died. Okay, well that just happened. 5 minutes, let me just see what's going on. Sorry, apparently my light's overheated. I dimmed it just a little bit, hoping we're good now. Where was I? Oh yeah, so they're all in, all the worlds are falling apart. They finally breached the freaking upper world, and unfortunately this is kind of thanks to Dare's plan, simply because her plan fell way too easily into the Richter's plan as well. Cade was using her the whole time, and it's actually kind of sad because he does all this shit just to try and impress his douchewad of a dad. Like, I really feel sorry for him. But here comes the big moment. Dace kills that piece of shit cousin of his, Gabe. That dude is such a pain in my ass. I was so freaking glad when he died. And the way he died. Oh, I'm not going to ruin too much, but please go read it. Even if you like, just Google Horizon Gabe death scene. It's so worth it. It's so satisfying. He dies, which means, okay, Dace can completely shift into his beast form now. Yeah, but Dare keeps holding on to the belief that he is not going to hurt her. And he doesn't. He ends up accidentally scratching Leftfoot. But then Jenica shows up and shoots him with a freaking bow and arrow. So he accidentally hurt Leftfoot when he almost tripped and ran away. That's the gist of it. You know? Wasn't his fault. He ends up killing his father because his father tried to get him to kill his mother. And it was such a huge thing. Axel leaves Lita when all the gates are open, and she's immediately like, it's over. He left me. And she's so sad, and Soshi and Auden are making their way through all the worlds and all the shit show that's going on, only to finally, because the world has descended into darkness. The minute that Dare shot Coyote, as in the Coyote, Cade's Coyote, in the head with a poison dart, which resulted in Cade dying as well. So we thought that the prophecy, when they talked about the sun, we thought that meant Dare, you know, the seer, would be the sun. But it turned out it was Cade, because he finally received a little bit of humanity, and Dare still had to kill him. So Cade, handsome, beautiful bad boy, is dead. And the worlds, all three of them, have descended into chaos and darkness. But somehow she reaches Dace, you know, inside of him. And he starts coming back, but he's dying, guys. He's basically dead. Until all her ancestors show up and teach her how to make sure he doesn't die, by putting a piece of her soul into his body and bringing forth his light once again. And there he is. He's back. He's not a beast anymore. Hallelujah. And it's basically a happy ending, because he helps her bring back the sun. And her spirit guide shows up with Axel, which it turns out he only left Lita to go tell the rest of the mystics he wants to live in the human world with the girl that he loves. Which they granted him that wish. Thank goodness. Otherwise it would have been completely douchey of them. They did it. They killed all the rifters. Guys, they're all gone. Even the undead motherfuckers. And the mystics got all the humans home. And when Dare and Dace destroyed that last tourmaline, the one that killed Paloma, it destroyed all the other tourmalines in the town. They thought. Until a few months later they go out for breakfast. Everything's normal now, you know, it's fine to just go out for breakfast with your friends. But Marlise is the waitress. Marlise was Gabe's fiancée. And it turns out, I just smoked, she's pregnant. Another rifter is on the way. And the only surviving tourmaline was the one that was on her engagement ring. She made it into a necklace, and now that damn stone is hanging right over her pregnant belly. And the last thing that we read in that book is where she says, hold on. where she says that she misses enchantment, but not to worry. She'll visit it again as soon as Gabe Jr. is old enough. And then she looks at Dare pointedly and goes, but don't worry, when that time comes, I'll be sure to look you up. I'd be glad the son of the bitch is dead, but hey, maybe that's just me. I don't know, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it's a bit shorter than the previous ones, simply because so much happens and I don't want to give too much away. So please, do yourselves a favor, go read this series. A lot of people don't know about this, but they read The Immortals by the same author, and I'm sorry, but this series just, it's better to me than The Immortals. As I did when I shopped earlier this year. Merry Christmas, by the way. No video next week, but I will be continuing the Saturday after that with Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas. I really want to reread it, and I was like, this gives me a good excuse, because then I can discuss the book. And in February, we will be doing A Court of Thorns and Roses, simply because A Court of Silver Flames will finally be releasing on the 12th of February, 2 days before Valentine's Day, and a few days after my wedding anniversary. At least now I know what I want. But guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me, those of you who do. Don't forget to follow my bookstagram account for more frequent bookish content. Don't forget to stake that like button, hit the notification bell with the silver bullet, and subscribe. Show some love. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all the week after next week. Bye!